Well, hello to you and welcome to Tottenham USA. I'm DJ Paul for another edition, a second video today, this day. And as I was talking this morning, it reminds me that I was saying, hey, I would stick to my guns as far as Levy is concerned and don't go too far stretch with those add-ons. I think the price is the price. And if you want to make your player a $60-70 million player, well, evaluate him at that and don't try to pad it with incentives and add-ons. Now, we have Kudus, so now it's time to, start, the ball again. It's first and 10 all over again. So where do we have the problems that we need to solve? We need to solve the problem, with getting a few players out, and that will start with Richarlison, who needs to go, and maybe be the Bentancur or Bissouma. I think one of them will go. I'm not big on releasing Salman, but he might become a victim as well when we start to look at what we're doing in terms of the quality that we have there. We still have Brian Gill who needs to go. So there's a lot of outgoings that need to happen. I would still send Dane Scarlett away. I just don't see Dane Scarlett cutting it, and also Mikey Moore on loan for the better part. But that's not here nor there. That doesn't, that is not going to affect how we perform as a club in terms of the players that we're going to put out there and what's going to happen, where they're going to play. And now Kulu becomes a problem as to, being stocked up against another winger coming in. So now I think, depending on what Frank is going to do, if he's going to move him inside as a number 10 or be the backup to Madison, which you can see. I don't mind him being the backup to Madison, but in terms of the amount of minutes that he's going to play, but I can't have him running my team from the jump. I think that jobs belong to Madison, or we're going to have to get another number 8 until Bergvall is ready, and Bergvall seems to be growing leaps and bounds. So I'm not too worried about Bergvall as the number 8. Where I'm a little bit concerned is whether or not we're going to have Bentancur dig in, because Frank seemed to like him. So I have to talk based on what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Frank taking a liking to Bentancur, so therefore I think he's going to want Bentancur to be his number 6. I'm just going by that vibe. And so what are we looking for? I don't see Ramiro going, so I think that we're solid on the back as far as what we want. Danzo and Jagushin and Ben Davis, I think, can do a job when we have the schedule coming thick and fast once we get up into October, November. So we should have enough to carry us to see where we'll be looking to bring more in. It comes January, and therefore what will be the case for us to go on and get a player, get a number 6? I don't think Gray's ready. Maybe a backup to the left fullback, and that's it.